Yeah. So we're in the depths of winter right now, and I have to work really hard for my skin not to be super dry. So I've put together a bunch of products that I am using at this time of year that just help me get through that last leg of winter when it's really cold after months of freezing weather outside and central heating inside, which basically just makes our skin super dry and dehydrated. So I'm going to show you all the products that I'm using right now that help keep it as balanced and hydrated and glowy as possible. So these cleansers aren't necessarily unique to winter, but they definitely work for me right now. So I mentioned this in my last video. This is the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel, which is a really nice gel balm type cleanser that comes in a pump. Really like it because it's nice and gentle. It effectively removes sunscreen, dirt from the day without stripping or drying out the skin. It's also got vitamins in. It's got vitamin A, C and E, omega-6, pumpkin enzymes, chamomile and rose, so it's calming, gently exfoliating, which is really nice in a cleanser. And then in the morning I go for this one. Now this isn't going to be for everyone because it's a gentle cleanser, but it is more of a deep cleaning cleanser that also gently exfoliates the skin. And I believe that exfoliation is really important at this time of year. So a cleanser like this all around my beard area and just my pores around my nose and just my skin in general is really nice in the morning, and it just helps it be super clean and also exfoliated as well. An essential step for me in my skincare routine is after I've cleansed is to prep my face with some kind of essence or toner. Now, the main reason for this is that it's really important to keep our skin wet after we have cleansed it to avoid transepidermal water loss, and it also just helps our serums absorb better into the skin. They spread better across the skin when the skin is damp. And also I think that there's only a certain amount of water that a brand wants to put into a serum, and I think that they work better when the skin is more wet. I think that it just helps the serums just work better when there's a little bit more water added. In terms of the serums that I'm currently using, obviously I am using something hydrating. This is from Allies of Skin. This is relatively new to me, but I'm really enjoying it. It's the multi-hyaluronic antioxidant hydration serum, which I use morning and night. I like this because, as well as the hydrating benefits, it's also got lots of antioxidants in, and I live in the city, so antioxidants are something that I rely on all year round. I'm also really enjoying this exfoliating serum, which is also from Allies of Skin. It's the Mandelic Pigmentation Corrector Night Serum, which I probably use a couple of times a week. I don't like to exfoliate my skin too much because it just makes it super sensitive. This is pretty gentle, but also I get lots of comments when I use this on how glowy my skin looks. So I'm really happy with that. This contains a blend of mandelic acid, lactic acid, and salicylic acid as well, which is really nice because the mandelic and lactic are quite gentle acids. Lactic acid is a hydrating acid, which is quite different, but then salicylic acid breaks through oil on our skin. Is really good for getting into the pores, really good for breakout prone skin, anything like that, acne prone skin. So it just helps keep the skin balanced. My skin is combination, so a blend of acids like this works really well for me because my cheeks, my forehead at this time of year gets super dehydrated, but my nose gets congested and slightly oily all year round. So to have that salicylic acid in there as well works really well for me. In addition, this has also got bakuchi oil. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. It's got 8 brighteners and 7 antioxidants and peptides as well. So this is like a really good all-round serum that's going to target many different things in the skin. I really like that about the Allies of Skin products. They are pricey, but as I've mentioned in my past videos, a good tip is to go to your favorite places where you like to buy your products from and sign up to their newsletter. So I sign up to the Allies of Skin newsletter, and they often have like offers on their website where they'll do buy one get one free, or 30% off, or 25% off. So I wait, and as soon as those offers come up, then I stock up on my favorite products. The Ordinary recently launched a new product, and as some of you guys will know, I really love The Ordinary skincare products. I've reviewed so many of their products on this channel. This is the multi-peptide eye serum, which I think is a slightly more affordable version of the Niod eye serum that they have. This is really nice, and I have to admit, I actually have been using this all over my face, not just my eye area, because the problem I have with this and the Niod one is that you really only need a tiny amount. So I would say that you could use like 1 drop per eye, or you could probably get away with 1 drop for both eyes. So basically I use 3 drops all over my face when I use this, and it works fine for me. It's got a slightly oily texture that most of the Ordinary serums have. It's not actually an oil that they use, but it has that kind of oily feeling. So I tend to put this on top of any water-based serum, and when the skin is nice and slightly wet, then I find that this spreads across really easily, and you only need a tiny amount. So literally 3 drops on damp skin is enough to kind of coat the whole of my face. One thing that I wanted to address with this serum is the price of this. I will put a link to this down below. I think it's around 19 or 20 pounds, but I will link it down below so you can check it out for yourselves. But this is basically quite expensive for a product from The Ordinary, but I think that it's justified in the price, and I will explain why. Most of the Ordinary products are just very simple formulations. So it's just something like just pure niacinamide or hyaluronic acid, something like that. Whereas this is different from those types of products because this has got a full ingredients list, like an eye product that you would expect from a different brand, that literally perhaps like a Paula's Choice or Allies of Skin, or it's like a proper formulation of products rather than just a single note product. So it's different from their other products, and therefore it has been formulated, stability tested. It's got many peptides in, it's got niacinamide, it's got glycerin. So there's lots of different beneficial ingredients in this one product, which is slightly different from the other Ordinary products, and therefore I think that it is justified in the price. But I know that some people that are used to paying around £5, £10 for a product from The Ordinary might be surprised and wonder why this is such a different price. But I think that it is literally, they've covered the ground with all of the like super basic formulations, and they are looking to perhaps add more complex formulations in there, and therefore it will be a slightly different price point. But it doesn't necessarily mean that The Ordinary are changing and they are, you know, turning into a more expensive brand. I don't think that that is the case. I would say that that's the reason why. Moisturizers are an essential part of my routine right now, and I've got a few different ones on the go. I'll start with this eye cream, which is from Drunk Elephant. It's the Ceramide AF Eye Balm, which launched at some point last year. It's quite a recent launch from Drunk Elephant. This has got ceramides in, it's got omegas. It's basically a slightly richer eye cream that's particularly nice during the winter. So if you want a nice, slightly richer, barrier protecting eye cream, then this is a good option. This is an amazing barrier protecting balm for the skin. So if your skin is chapped from the cold air, or you've overdone it with retinoids or some kind of acid and your skin's feeling a bit sensitive, then this is really nice. It's really thick, so you have to use quite a lot of it in order to spread it across the skin, but this is really nice and instantly calms and soothes the skin. So if your skin is feeling sensitive for any reason, then this is a really good option. And then during the day, I've been using this for ages. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th tube of this that I've purchased. It's from Allies of Skin. It's the peptides and antioxidants firming daily treatment. It's got brightness, 7 brighteners, 9 antioxidants, 4 peptides in this, and it feels so nice on the skin. It's lovely to use. It just makes my skin feel really moisturized and hydrated. It's a really, really lovely cream. And then I also recently repurchased the Lala Retro whipped cream from Drunk Elephant, which I haven't used in a while. I really like the Proteini, which is like a lighter peptide-rich gel cream from the brand, but this has got 6 African oils and ceramides in, so it's nice. It's whipped, this cream, so it's supposed to be slightly lighter. I still consider it a relatively rich cream, even though it's whipped. But it's really nice during the winter, and I just love to kind of slather a layer of this over my skin at night, especially if I'm using some kind of retinoid. At the moment I'm using tretinoin probably like once or twice a week, which does make my skin sometimes a little bit sensitive. So if that's the case, then I'll put this on and then put the tretinoin on top just to help buffer it a little bit. But it's basically just a nice super moisturizing cream with oils in it that actually isn't greasy. It's really, really nice. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, I've spoken about this so many times, this sunscreen, it's so good. It's the Ultraviolet SPF 50 Supreme Screen Hydrating Facial Sunscreen. I know that loads of you have also tried this. It's really nice. It's a chemical sunscreen. That's just my preferred choice when it comes to sunscreens. I just don't seem to get on with mineral sunscreens that well. I've tried several and they're just never quite right. And I think that when it comes to a sunscreen, you just want something that you're happy to slap on your face every single day, because it's super, super important. And this is one of my favorites. I've gone through many tubes of this, which I purchase usually from Space NK. Often when they have like a sale on, like a 20% sale, I stock up on a couple of these because they're just really, really good. So in a nutshell, it's basically exfoliation, hydration, lots of moisture. Cleansing's really, really important as well, because when you're using these like richer products, it's really important that we cleanse our skin super thoroughly, just to ensure that it doesn't get clogged up or blocked or anything like that, so that we don't get any breakouts, especially when our skin can be a little bit more sensitive if the barrier function's compromised, which is very common at this time of year. Basically, our skin barrier is what keeps the good stuff in, the nutrients inside our skin, and it keeps like germs and bacteria out of our skin. So when that becomes compromised, it's really important just to make sure that we gently cleanse our skin super thoroughly, and then replenish everything that's perhaps taken off from the cleansing with, you know, nice hydrating serums and moisturizers. If you've got any questions or product recommendations or anything that you would like to say, then let me know in the comments below. It's always nice to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video.